So I do have 2 cams now. This cam will be primarily on the view that you see now. As a separate event, there'll be a sky cam that's looking down on the room. So when the guys are sleeping in the towers, you can switch to that one. There's no chat on it because I don't want to divide up my mods and have them. It's just too much work for volunteer position. They do it out of love, and I don't want to scare them off.
Denise wants to know if I'm feeding you healthy food, because you look great.
Mostly I'm feeding her healthy food.
Well, I pick the food, and then he cooks it. So we're trying to get John's diet. I don't know if anyone used to know this, was filled with Hot Pockets,
frozen food,
and granola bars, like 6 or more a day.
Yeah, my doctor pretty much nipped that one in the bud once it took my blood sugar count up to like diabetic levels. I was eating I eat these snack bars up to 3, typically 3, sometimes up to 6 when I'm reading at night and every night.
Yeah.
But I've cut down about 25 pounds in 2 years.
So we are trying to, yesterday was terrible. We both each ate a bag of chocolate and then pizza, which I don't know why it was such an off day yesterday. Yeah. It was, but we're better.
It's the apocalypse, Apocalypse candy.
I guess so. It was also on sale. So today we're back on trying to do mostly proteins and stuff. So, also the last few days we've been trying to support the economy by going out and eat and getting carry out. We have meals delivered every other week, so that's really nice. We try to do chicken and burgers. What else, dear?
No, I have not given up donuts. It's just moderation now.
No.
What else? We buy a lot of chicken, meat, hamburger.
Yeah. So Sevier County, yep. That's where we're getting married, in Sevier County. That's the Sevier County Humane Society. I should have mentioned them. What else am I missing? Got that one. There's the food.
Yep, so pretty much every foster before this, I've always free-fed my cats, and Jess has showed me a better way with timed feedings. So we got 2 feeders in here, 1 for each kitty.
Yeah, so
that's the sound you just heard, was the feeder going.
Yep.
Yours is coming in a moment.
It's funny because actually they do. Zuko goes on the right, and he's been Twix has been going on the left. Oh, and then they share. Yeah, so I think there might have been a question that we missed about canned food. So yeah, we do. You answered it. Never mind about high quality canned food. Yes. Can we get a tour of the catio sometime? Absolutely. So I'm hoping that we're able to give these boys some time out on the catio because they're 7 going on 8 months old, and I think that they need a little bit more room at times. So my hope is that one day when I'm in here cleaning, John can take them out to the catio and with the phone and film them doing that. So that absolutely, I hope that you'll be able to see it as much as possible.
Yeah, and one of the things we'll do is we'll escort our kitties downstairs and shut the door and close off the cat door. And let these guys get some exercise running around upstairs.
Yeah. Where did I go when I was in the UK? So I spent 3.5 weeks there, and I was in Ambleside, and it was gorgeous. It took me about 7 days to get over jet lag and not having a routine to really appreciate how amazing and peaceful it is there. And then I also went down to London for 8 days, and I absolutely loved London. I'm hoping that John will come back with me in fall of 2021, and I saw Harry Potter. That's a lot.
There you go, Twix.
Yep.
No.
So that's where I was in the UK. My first time ever going to Europe, and it was amazing. And John did a great job with all 9 cats.
Yep. Even with Mercury being in such poor health. But he had a very good last day, and I was very. We used a service called Laps of Love, I think it is. for lots of love. But it's an at-home vet that allows you to help with their passing in the comfort of their own home. And Mercury went very peaceful, and I was so pleased with how everything went that I really didn't mourn, because I was so happy with how he had a very peaceful passing.
Yeah, it was beautiful. She did an amazing job. So Bet asks, if it's personal, you don't have to answer, but do you have a profession? So I own a cat sitting business here locally. We have about 350 clients, and I have currently 10 employees that are all laid off at the moment. However, once we get back up and running, they will all be welcomed back. Last year I had 15 employees. What else?
Just in regards to the virus going around, COVID-19, if your area goes into lockdown, please respect that. Right now, King County is going into forced isolation. That if you don't self-isolate, they will force you to self-isolate. You can read between the lines, and you don't want your area to get like that. So we're all in this together. Let's try to work to get through it together.
Yeah, I think the faster we can all isolate, hopefully the faster it's all done, is what my thought is. So John, someone asked if you posted details about your streaming gear and setup.
Not yet. Pretty much everything was changing. Pretty much every time I looked at the computer, something changed. Right now I got there's a computer out there that's running a virtual machine that's broadcasting cams 1 and 2, and I'll have other virtual machines broadcasting other cams, and the old kitten cam is now handling cam 2, though it's not at 60 frames per second. I'm looking at you.
So someone was asking the story about these two. They are going to be available to be adopted at Homeward Pet when we get over all of this. I don't know the whole backstory, but they came from Everett Shelter to Homeward Pet. They were adopted on a Saturday, but due to allergies, they were returned on Tuesday when the shelter was closing, so we got them for foster. John, someone wants to know, if you foster a pregnant mama again, will you have the nesting cage back in the room?
No, that nesting cage was retired, and even when I still had it, it wasn't really used that much, especially for the birthing. The mama cats tend to want to go in this corner over here because there's a little bit of an overhang and it's a little bit cooler temperature. But I decided to let the mamas give birth to wherever they want to give birth in here. And that way the mama's happy that she's not moving around the kittens as much. The cage came in handy with potty training more than anything.
My philosophy is each litter is going to be different, and we'll evaluate.
Yes.
You know, these guys are bigger, more athletic, so we would take them out on the catio, but maybe not other kittens and their moms. So we're a little bit more lenient with them running out and escaping because of their personalities. So every litter and cat's different. We're going to handle them different, and we'll of course let you know. So they want to know if you're eating Hot Pockets anymore.
It's been a while since I've had a Hot Pocket. I can't tell you how long, but it's been a while. It's been at least a month.
So when
two.
When I was in the UK, I had one of our sitters come in daily to help.
Those came from Chris.
She opened the drawer and there was like 6 Hot Pockets in there, and of course
the wastebasket.
The trash. Of course, she had to tell on him. 6 Hot Pockets.
Yeah, she lost her tip from that one. Unfortunately, I already tipped her. But...
Yeah. Oh, Hot Pockets. So he was eating the Bachelor's special diet, I guess so.
Yep.
Okay, someone wants to know, are you having to set up individual events for each cam?
I think I'm going to have to. I think YouTube took away the multicam feature. I just found the old studio page before I came in here, so I might be able to. I still have to investigate. But I'm also working on having a page that has. Right now, if you go out to thecritterroom.com/quadcam, QUADCAM, it'll allow you to view up to 4 different kitten cams, not just mine, along with the chat. And so you can have cam 1, cam 2 up at the same time, then 2 other kitten cams as well. But I'm going to have a page that's just for these cams that has a big picture, a big video window with the chat, and underneath thumbnails of all the different cams. Then you just click on it and it brings it up. I think it's coded for 4 cams and not 2, so I have to check it out.
John, do you still have your motorcycle?
I do, and I hope to ride it soon. The weather's been kind of sucky, but it's just starting to warm up to a point where it's good to ride. Anything over 43 degrees is good to ride.
Are you still guzzling coffee?
Yes. Yes, I am. I try to limit to no more than 2 cups before noon, and then maybe 1 cup and sometime the rest of the day. But sometimes that comes up 2 cups. Oh, there's Dorian.
Oh gosh. Do you think you'll ever move closer to family?
You never know what the future might bring.
Susan said that she's found a place that delivers donuts.
I saw that.
Almost as good as Frost.
I saw that.
We don't have that yet.
Nope. Though Frost probably delivers now.
So you guys would like a catio field trip, huh? I'm trying to convince John that that's a good decision.
It'll happen. I think we wore out the kitties.
But they didn't do anything. What other questions am I missing on here? Yeah, I agree. Someone says the scariest people are those who are sick and they're going out shopping anyway.
Yeah, if you know you're sick, stay at home.
Oh.
Please.
So
I won't come over there and go.
No, you won't, because then you're you getting sick.
I'll grab a pole arm.
Just a quick random question: has the Enterprise been retired?
I think it's downstairs.
It's in the garage. It's the one that has the many rings.
No, it's the one that goes up at an angle and then a disc. I think it has been retired. It was in pretty poor shape. It's been through hundreds and hundreds of, well, not hundreds, well, maybe over around 200 kittens. It's been around for a long time. Contact rings are still downstairs.
Yeah, they need to be cleaned first before they can come up here. Someone mentions, thanks, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to murder your name. Homeward Pet is local to me, and we tend to support them. One of the things that I want to say about Homeward Pet is, I think they're in for a tough year. So I think having us or having John foster via the Critter Room is really important. How Perfect Pals does their annual Black Cat Ball. Homeward Pet has theirs scheduled for May 15th, and I am just really worried that's not going to happen for them. And that's their biggest fundraiser of the year. And then on top of that, it's been made public news that they need to find a new place to shelter, a new building to have in 2021. So this was going to be a big year for them to fundraise, and so I think it's going to be tough. So anything that we can do to support them, because they're a huge part of my life. Every Thursday I've got lots of friends there, so I just will reiterate that and say that quite a few times. I think they're possibly in for a tough year, so I would like to support them however we can. The kittens, funny memories of the kittens climbing the cage.
Yeah, that was many heartburn moments there.
Yeah, someone's in Florida, so they're very scared. My aunt lives in Florida. They have not left the house.
Yeah, it's like if you've seen the news about the internet connected thermometer, they've been monitoring the average temperature of millions of people using their device, and it's showing that Florida is a hot spot right now where temperatures are higher than what they have been year over year. So be safe, Florida.
So Ghosty, someone's asking if your boxathon is going to be postponed. I'll let her answer that. Coffee's good for the heart, hon, so you're good.
Boxathon isn't happening. I am afraid I can't be bringing parcels in right now. Yes, there's a risk that you may get COVID-19 off of parcels. So, it's like you may want to disinfect any packages you got coming in. I'm sure they're taking steps too, but you don't know where it originated from if they're taking steps. The transporters are, but if you have immunocompromised, take extra precautions.
No, Suzanne, I don't. No, he does not drink coffee at midnight. Sometimes I'll ask him if he wants coffee around 7 or 8, and he'll say no. We're trying to have a schedule of going into bed around midnight. We might not, fall asleep until 1:30, but that's what our routine. That's been tough for John because normally he's up until 2 in the morning doing his projects. So that's been a life change for you.
Yep.
He's been a good sport, though. Are we already married? No. Well, kind of.
Ted, yeah. She, as far as IBM is concerned, because I work for IBM now, she's my domestic partner. And for all intents and purposes, we're basically married. We're just not on paper.
Yeah, for sure. You're stuck with me, dear. So John Ann said you might want to share how Libby started to feel more comfy in the house and how you figured out she was doing. It's a tough one for me. So Libby is the shyest one of my cats. She, for the first 3 days, didn't eat and was under the couch downstairs. And then she slowly came out and was now under the covers of the bed. And then she started moving to it was a slow, I just let her do it at her own pace. Like Libby's a pretty healthy cat that needs her own space and her own time. And so I didn't force her. And I really try hard to spend about 10, she doesn't come for pets either. She's another one of those cats, you have to go to her. So I really try to spend time with her. But she's not been hiding during the day. When I say hiding, she goes under the bed, under the covers on the bed downstairs. And then today she was up in the window most of the day. In the middle, we call her our ghost cat because we can see her walking around the entire house on camera in the middle of the night. She goes out on the catio at like 2 in the morning. So
there's been times where we're watching a movie and she's like sneaking all around us.
Yep.
We don't even know it. There's a question that was asked, will I consider selling Critter Room merchandise to raise funds? Most likely not. I definitely encourage you to donate towards towards either Perfect Pals or Homeward Pet, or donate towards a local shelter. After many years of people asking if they could donate to help cover costs from my cost, I've historically done everything out of pocket. I caved and I created a Patreon, which is linked as far down as I can possibly get in the description, where you can donate like $1 a month to help with the buy toys and food. We're going to have to be stepping up our canned purchases to cover these guys. And they get the same litter we get. And this is premium sweet brand litter.
this is Sweet Wheat.
Sweet Wheat Premium. Yeah, we don't cut any corners with our cats, and we don't cut any corners with our fosters. And I think in one of the Patreon posts I broke it down by how much money I'm going out for annual fees, electricity. I got a meter on the I built a new kitten cam. That's it's a little of a powerhouse, something that I should be able to use for many, many years. So it's actually like the 5th generation of the kitten cam, and I've always funded that out of my own pocket until now. So I'm definitely not making money off of this, but I strongly encourage that do not donate towards me, do not donate to anybody unless you are comfortable and financially secure in doing so, especially in these times where of questionable doubt of what the future might bring.
Oh, there's a question that I said. Oh, they wanted to know if Homeward Pet only adopts to people in Washington, and I don't know the answer to that, so I'd have to ask.
Perfect Pals has historically have only been Washington, but they recently expanded it to surrounding states, I believe.
Oh, wait. So does that mean she wears the pants in the family and you wear the coveralls? I don't know.
Who's asking that?
I don't know.
Karate Joe.
Yeah.
It's one of Sarah's main chatters. Sarah fosters down in LA, and she always wears overalls when she visits her kittens. We both wear the PJs in the family.
Sorry, the next question is, do you drink soda / pop? I drink soda. I don't do pop. It's a slang thing.
Yeah, I've always grown up calling it soda.
Yeah. Someone says, I love Kitty 73. Nice. I work for IBM. I love it. Good luck, John. I love my job.
Thank you. So I spent 18 years with AT&T, and then out of the blue, they outsourced pretty much their entire IT department to IBM. And we pretty much was, it's like, goodbye, see ya. And IBM has been great. I enjoy working for IBM now.
Have you tried a blue laser pointer? Someone I know says their cat goes for the blue much more than the red. They see blue better, that's why.
Yeah, I think with the red lasers, they just see the brightness. Their eyes really can't see red, just blues and greens. I haven't seen a blue laser, and you want to make sure that if you do have one, that it's rated for pets and animals, because it's a lower wattage. If you use an office style pen, it can be extremely careful not to get it into their eyes, because it can damage their vision.
So John, who's a good friend of mine from DC, says, does Perfect Pals and Homeward Pet have food banks for people to get food for people who are out of work? So it's a great question. So I know for sure Homeward Pet does. They have a food bank, and they're operating that right now. So you can go to their website, which is homewardpet.org, and you can find out the information, but they definitely have a food bank going on.
And I believe Perfect Pals does as well. It's been a year since I've been up there, but they have a section in their building dedicated to donated supplies, and anybody who needed one can just go in and grab what they need, within reason, of course. So yeah, you can go to perfectpals.org and check on their website and use the contact us link. But it's probably closed down right now with the COVID-19. You'll have to contact either shelter to get more information on that.
Yeah, so for sure, I know for 100%, Homeward Pet is doing a food shelter. So Denise wants to know, does Eddie get hairballs a lot, and what do you do for him? That's a good question. So he does get hairballs. I wouldn't say a lot. I've seen cats get it a lot more than him. I pick off his hair. He doesn't like to be brushed, and so his hair comes up in clumps. He does get nauseous because I time his food, and so he will sometimes get nauseous because he has IBS, and if he has an empty tummy, he gets nauseous. But I sometimes will give him Serenia to keep that nauseous down. But I pull out his hair because he doesn't like to be brushed, and he doesn't like pulling out either.
She pulls out these little clumps and she throws it at me, going, Eddie magic!
So Eddie walks
Magic
around, and Eddie's hair just flows off of him, and there's white hair everywhere. We call it Eddie magic. He can sit here and just white hair everywhere. You guys are sleepy. Very cute. Anything else? I feel like we've exhausted all the questions. I did get an email with some really great, Mel, hi from Mel. Just wanted to say hi from Vancouver. If you could say hi to us, it's hi Johnny and Melissa. We still watch the Super Bowl over and over from years ago, and it makes me smile. Well, thank you for watching us, and I'm glad that you can join in with us from Vancouver.
For those who haven't watched since the Ripley's, the Super Bowl is, in fact, we still have it out there. It's that big white mixing bowl and mix the potatoes in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like it was in here.
We use it for food? Or should we be using it for food?
It was clean quite early. This is like years ago.
Oh my gosh,
it's like
that's
Ash would
scary.
get in there and he would like roll around in it. And sleep in it. He's like stepped on them, boink.
And we now use that for food on a regular basis. Well, I'm really glad that you're watching, so thank you. Okay, so I got some suggestion from Parting Words, and I got this from Jersey Cat, so thank you. I think I really like enjoy the whiskers and have a perfect day.
Oh yeah, it's like I meant to bring that up. Whenever I leave the room, I have a saying like "Enjoy the kittens, have a nice day," and that's a cue word for the moms, so they know they can stop PCing and Faith can stop recording and all that. So that's.
Well, I wasn't gonna copy John. I'm not gonna be. So I thank you for the suggestions, and so I'm going to try to work on. Thank you, Jersey Cat, for this. Enjoy the whiskers and have a perfect day.
That's good.
Yep.
I like it.
Well, whiskers for whiskers at home, and I always spell perfect with P-U-R-R. So thank you very much. And we got a hello back from Mel, so thank you. You can use that email at any time to send us anything. Anything else? So the schedule for the rest of the day, we will probably be back in before dinner to play with them. I don't know when dinner will be. It will be sometimes before 8 o'clock. And then we'll definitely be in around 8:30, hopefully, to play with them before their second set of dinner, and then scooping. And then tomorrow, John is working Monday, and then I have appointments, so hopefully we'll be up a little bit earlier to get going and getting all the chores done, and then I'll leave the house hopefully around noon, and the house will be very quiet until about 3:34.
One thing we tried doing is move the TV over here, put on the birds.
Yeah, I'd love to put on the birds. I just worry that they'll knock it down. So.
Yeah.
The
lamp's plugged in, so is that heater bed.
We can unplug the lamp. So we're talking, trying to talk clearer. We're talking about moving the TV to over here so they can watch birds, which our cats love, but they also see it on a huge screen. And we're trying to do better, or I'm trying to do better talking more clearly, and I've asked for a microphone so that it makes it easier on you guys.
I have a Blue Yeti mic, but I couldn't find, it takes a relatively unused style of USB plug, so I've been trying to find a cable for it.
We should have, I think Chris Chris says enjoy the fuzzies, that's right. I don't think he's left his room but once today.
Twice, I think.
Okay, so if a room item is retired, does it go to the trash, or is it kept in case it comes in useful? My folks are both hoarders like that and all sorts of things. That's a really good question.
It's like I've had towers in here, like previous TARDIS, that once it was no longer safe for kittens, I brought it out in the house for my cats until it got worn out. But once they're worn out, they go away. If they're not safe for kittens or cats in general, there's no point in keeping them.
Okay, thank you, Catherine, for the feedback. She said the voice volume has been fine, just to talk slower. That's going to be really hard for me, so you guys might want to...
New Yorker.
You might want to say something as a reminder throughout the chat. I won't be insulted. It's a good question about the hoarding thing. I mean, I think that was one of the first things that John and I, struggled with. I like to get rid of things as much as possible. There's a lot of sentimental value for John, and so we had to find a lot of give and take, and I had to learn to back off on certain things. So just many things that people and relationships go through. Do you guys hear Dorian?
It's like every morning Dorian's picked up with the meowing since he's been on a steroid.
Can you hear him? Yeah. So every morning, he just literally, the feeders just went off. He was just fed. He's asking for more food. Dear, anything you would like to add?
Yeah, it's like these towers are really good for this age group, but I tend to don't have towers this big in here because it introduces specific troubles with making it so you can see up there. Because kittens play down here, you're not going to be able to see them up there. Though with the second cam, you can now have a top-down view and see them in the tower. If I'm paying attention to the cams, I will switch cam 1 to cam 2 on the main event. And I'll just be happy because now that the cam that I have, well, it used to be on our stairway, now can go back there. I think she's going to grab Dorian. Yep, here's Dorian.
Well, it's good to know you guys can hear him. Because at 5:30 in the morning, it's not fun.
Well, his hearing is I believe is going out, but he can hear like snapping or something like that, or clapping your hands, which Jess does not like.
Right.
But it's like, it's like, okay, do you want Dorian or do you want this?
Hey, buddy. Say hi to your buddy. Aww.
They like Dorian. They like boys. They don't like girls.
Well, they've only met one boy.
Yeah.
Eddie would not come up here. Eddie would be hissing, and we can bring up Eddie. I'll bring up Eddie tomorrow when they're not in the room, and you guys can meet Eddie.
What are the auto feeders called?
You could. So they're by Pet Safe, and I call them the 5-slot feeder, and you can get them on Amazon, or you could go to my website whiskersathome.com, and on the resource page I have a link there to Pet Safe. You can find them at thrift stores, and so one of my amazing pet sitters and her friend are always on the lookout for them, and we have a total of 10 in the house right now. No, we might have 11. They're very expensive, so it's really nice when you find them at a thrift store. Oh, everyone misses you. Kisses?
He still loves to give nose kisses. Still his favorite thing ever to do. After eating. Oh, he may make a beeline for the bowls.
They're empty.
Okay.
They really like him. What do you guys think? You want to get a little play in, and then we're going to go?
Penny and Nakia we tend to make them our ambassador cats. So their main job is to get kittens used to seeing other cats other than their mom. And the mama cats tend to let the kittens get away with absolute murder. Dorian, and before him Kugra, would let them do most things, but they do something inappropriate like nursing. Then they get a little bop on the head, a kitten flattening paw. Which is amusing the first time it happens because the kittens would take ultimate offense to that. But I've had adopters tell me that the kittens that have met Kugra get along with their existing cats very well, right off the bat. The existing cats, maybe not so much, but they did. Kittens did.
How old is Dorian?
I think he turned 16 last November. And his purr can get so loud that we can hear him through the floor.
Dorian looks more flexible in his legs.
Yeah. He's on a steroid now and a painkiller.
Yeah.
So that's making him feel better, and he's becoming saucy with the other kitties. Until we started that, he never ever instigated play. And now he has. And woe be to the kitty that's sleeping on his heater pad.
He made some good choices this morning, though. He chose another bed than to kick them off.
Okay. I'm gonna see about moving.
You're gonna put it. So
Yeah,
you
I'll
put
move
the
the lamp over there.
where? Well, I would put the TV on the floor in case they knock it down. Don't you think?
So lay down too long.
Could he use the stool?
Yeah, that was I was sitting off cam in front.
I did like having the.
Look, there's springs and stuff back here.
Shocker. Did he just palm in the head? He's doing the turtle here. I wonder if we should get a tray because the water keeps spilling. I don't love that. I'd rather.
For right now, we can pass on it, but we need to get one of those multi-plug deals.
Do you want me to go get one? I know where one is.
Some is one that will come up here or cover the outlet.
No, it's a one with multiple.
Sure, go ahead with it.
Okay, here. Can you watch them with the.
Actually, let me pick up my iPad so they don't ban somebody. I had one of my moderators get banned by 2 fosters from the Five Guys. Oh, sorry, Doreen. I got some slow-mo footage of them jumping. I'm waiting for some sunny weather to get some more. I missed out earlier today. It's an LED bulb in here, and so the more sunlight I have from outside, the less of a strobing effect the slow motion videos have.
Is it okay?
Oh yeah.
It's getting a little warm in here. Oh, Dwayne's drinking your water.
One thing I like to do is make this like a learning experience for people with fostering, and I'm a big geek at heart, so I sometimes share geek stuff like LED lights. The reason why they strobe in slow motion is because they're constantly turning on and off. When you dim your cell phone, it's actually having the light off longer than on. That's how LED bulbs and cell phones dim. They only have one brightness.
That was cool. He made sure not to land on Dorian. So I moved this because they asked to see it a little bit better. David wants to know what types of wattage of bulbs are running in the room at night.
At night, we are limiting it to this one here, and usually they're, I'm not sure what this one is. I think it's a 40 watt. And one thing to keep in mind that cats do not always have, they don't have the same day-night cycle that humans do. So they're not bothered by bright lights as much. I mean, how many times have you seen a cat taking a nap in the middle of the day in a bright sunbeam? Yeah, but we are, even if we have a really bright bulb in here, the amount of light that they get from the window still gives them that day-night cycle, because they're getting a lot of light from the window. Most of the light in this room is for the benefit of the cam, to give the cam enough light to be seen, to pick up the video. Actually, if you look in the video description below, there's a link to a low light demonstration how the cam looks, how the room looks like in the main cam, but looking at a different angle where the light's not optimized for that camera, it's much darker. And I believe Faith donated these. She's still creating the highlight reels.
Yeah, we have quite a bit more. My cats really loved it.
Our cats watch so much YouTube videos that I created their own account so they don't have ads.
Penny actually requests that the TV be turned on to her channels. And Eddie this morning spent a good 40 minutes watching squirrels on TV.
And it's not just squirrels. Yeah, the squirrels, chipmunks. Beatrice really likes the chipmunks. We just have to be careful about making sure we don't have any copyrighted stuff on.
Yeah.
And we'll have the sound muted because of it.
Yeah, how does that work? Are you allowed to?
Yeah. I just can't broadcast copyrighted video. And a lot of the cat videos aren't copyrighted. Whoa!
Good job, buddy.
I totally jumped out of you.
Dorian, you want to play? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I also created their own account because I was tired of my recommended videos being squirrels.
Oh, you didn't put in the cat one? Because I only saw yours.
I'm switching to it now.
Oh.
Oh, nope, I gotta pair it.
You guys do a great job CCing. I wouldn't be able to do this, so thank you.
Now be sure to thank the CCers whenever we leave, because it's a hard job that they do. I'm sure their fingers are like smoking. They get calluses on the end of the fingers. I tried CCing before and it's hard.
Let's see. Are you there? Hello? You guys are on the YouTube, the kitten cam. YouTube.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, we're in the room.
Who's that?
Danielle and Chris.
Hey guys.
This is my best ladies. She's calling us on WhatsApp.
I was watching you earlier.
Yeah, just so you know you're live, so anything you say will go off over the airwaves.
No cursing, please.
Danielle says hi, everybody. Do you guys? Is Olivia there? Olivia, you want to see the kittens? Where are they? Oh, can you see? That's a kitty. You see one kitty. Okay, here's the other. Wait, you see him? I can't see what you. Olivia's 5. There he is. And then you met Dorian. Remember Dorian? He's in here too.
We love Dorian. Hi, Dorian.
He's looking for food.
Yeah, I bet. Hi, little kitten. Do you guys want to meet Kona?
Yeah. Let's see Kona. Kona's Danielle's cat. Oh, he's so handsome. Dorian, do you see Kona?
You gotta stay there, though. You should run it. You jump there, all right?
Hi, Riley. Dorian's not interested, but I am.
Okay, obviously, she's not either.
All right, can I call you guys after?
Yep.
Did you guys watch our question and answers?
Oh, are you doing question and answers right now?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we did. Yeah, long one, right? Yep. We're just finishing up. We're setting the guys up, the boys, with some cat TV.
Cool. Okay.
I'll call you back.
Sounds good. Yep, we'll chat later.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye, Olivia. Bye.
And there's a channel called, hold on, let me see what they are. Bird Watching HQ. They have a live cam like how I have here,
Oh yeah.
but on bird feeders.
Oh, is it? Where is? Oh, it's this one.
But I think it's dark there now.
Oh, bummer.
Look, looks like he's filling. Oh,
Oh.
he's refilling the feeders.
So I'm a big fan of this guy, but my cats get bored of him easily. They could have up to 20 birds on this on here. And he has 2 live cams, right? One.
Yeah, there's a lower view and this view. They're attached to the same pole. There's a tray at the bottom for squirrels.
If you do the last one that I did this morning, that will be a good one for them. If you gotta get off his channel. You have to go to search or home.
Cat TV?
Yeah. We had a really good squirrel one on today. I don't know which one it was though. It wasn't that one. I want to see. There he comes. Come on, guys. Look. There we go. Maybe put a bird one on.
Get one that's like 12 hours.
That one keeps repeating. That's a good one. What happened here? What is this from?
I don't know. I saw that earlier.
I vacuumed today. Is there a way to go back to what you were watching earlier? Or library? It's under library probably.
No, on the PC there's a history.
Yeah, then there it is.
There it is.
And then we were watching this one this morning and Eddie really loved it.
The squirrel feeder feeding squirrels.
What's that?
He's more interested in Dorian using the litter box.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. Our TV is gigantuous. Sometimes our cats, I think that's why the cats like it. Are you helping him?
Is that what happens when I go potty?
I hope he's getting in the box.
Yeah, he's in the box. Dorian's not known for recovering.
Oh, look at the birdies. Oh boy. Going to the potty is more important than the birds.
Oh, is he going to cover? Kind of. Oh, he's pooping too. And he doesn't cover those.
That's your job, dear. You better get ready. I don't think they care about the birdies.
Oh, Eddie's here.
Oh my God, Eddie's here. He wants to eat, that's why. I'll bring Eddie in for a second. This is the famous Eddie. Uh-oh, oh, there's an escape. John's got an escape. Second one of the day of him. Hi, buddy. Did you have a good nap? Are you going to be nice to the kittens? I'll let you down. So all the boys are in here. Let's see how he does. He's going to hiss at the kittens. Oh.
You're too close.
There it goes.
Dorian's like, I'm pooping here. Come on, people.
Oh my God, it stinks.
Yeah, I think we're going to be calling that a day. Oh, no, yeah, he's all rolled up now, too. Okay, sorry about that, little dude. I'm going to grab Dorian. He's all rolled up now.
Oh, Zuko, I'm sorry. Okay. It's okay. He's just a meanie. Well, I think the kitten TV was a failure, dear. Let me see where Dad has the channel. Oh boy, that stunk. Oh God, that stinks. You're gonna be okay with that? Okay, well, sorry about the rough ending. That didn't go as pleasant. I think we could turn it off. I don't think they care. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, we'll give it an hour or so.
Okay.
I mean, it's 12 hours or 6 hours long, so I can give them that.
I'm positive they don't care. Aww. Okay. You gonna plug that out? Oh, we gotta take that out. Okay, that's fine. Okay, bye. Oh, Eddie, we're coming.
Enjoy the kittens. Have a nice day. There, kitties. We're going to actually go ahead and move the TV out. Like it's pretty half-hearted watching. We'll use it to keep an eye on them. Sorry guys. You had to watch your own birds. We got feeders outside the house, so a lot of times they're in the window watching the birds that way. They want the real birds.